समारोह के आरंभ की घोषणा करता हूं। Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Mohan Srivastava, invited dignitaries, distinguished guests, faculties, graduates of the convocation. Good morning to all of you. I extend a very cordial and hearty welcome to each one of you on the occasion of 4th convocation of the Institute. It is an honor for RGIPT and a privilege for all of us to have Padma Shri Professor Mohan Srivastava to grace this convocation. His presence is inspiring and energizing. We are immensely grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation to grace this event and to deliver the convocation address. Today is a very momentous day as we have gathered to confer the degrees to graduating students in various disciplines at this convocation for RGIPT. It has been a wonderful journey of 11 years during which the Institute has grown steadily, fostering its vision and mission that has paved the way for achieving excellence and contributing to the nation. With all humilities, I would like to share with you a brief review of some of our salient achievements. RGIPT has been established by an Act of Parliament by the Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas, Government of India, as an institute of national importance on the line of IITs. RGIPT is the first centrally funded technical institution in the country that has been set up in the domain of petroleum and energy. It has been created to set a new benchmark of education and research related to upstream and downstream and allied areas of petroleum engineering in the country. RGIPT is co-promoted by 6 national oil PSUs in association with Oil Industry Development Board. further supplement the academic endeavor of RGIPT, two more centers were established at Sivsagar, Assam and Bengaluru. The Sivsagar Assam Center is set up to provide skill development, training and diploma and advanced diploma level degrees in areas pertaining to oil and gas, whereas the Bangalore Center is established for commercializing of technology, consultancy services, promote entrepreneurship and translational research. Currently, the Assam Center is offering 2-year diploma program in chemical engineering, petroleum engineering and piping engineering with an intake of 30 students in each discipline. The Bangalore Energy Institute is currently offering MTech program in renewable energy, power and energy systems and energy science and technology. This is the 4th convocation which is being held at the Institute's newly built campus. This campus was inaugurated by our Minister of Petroleum, Sri Dharmendra Pradhan ji, along with Smriti Irani ji and Sri Prakash Javadekar ji. It was then resolved that a statue of Swami Vivekananda ji would be installed in the campus, and we have lived the commitment, and the statue has been inaugurated by Smriti Irani ji on 12th September 2019. We sincerely believe that, like Swami Vivekananda, students should also imbibe character value, etiquette and ethics to be able to fruitfully contribute to the society. RGIPT has started with the Institute Lecture Series, also inaugurated by Srimati Smriti Irani ji on 12 September 2019. Under the umbrella, lectures will be organized from personalities coming from various walks of life to ensure visionary development of the students. Currently, RGIPT JAIS is offering 2 undergraduate BTech in petroleum and chemical engineering, 3 postgraduate MTech in petroleum engineering, chemical engineering as well as MBA, and PhD programs in various disciplines of engineering, science, humanities and management. RGIPT is consciously in pursuit of meeting the industry expectations from the fresh graduates. An empowered committee is currently working on the revision of syllabus based on industry inputs for UG and PG programs in order to promote capacity building in competencies required by the hydrocarbon and energy sectors. The Institute has focused on inculcating accelerated research as a habit of innovation, nurturing and culture of entrepreneurship and invoking synergy through collaborations. We have initiated extensive effort for harboring cooperation with hydrocarbon industries and strengthen our bonds with peer elite institutions. RGIPT ensures a regular exposure to the students through industry visit to oil refineries of PSU and various R&D facilities. The Institute also encourages periodic field trips for students who are learning in real time. The Institute is also engaged in the mammoth task of putting in place office procedures and practices similar to those followed at various IITs for smooth function of Institute affairs. Deans have been appointed to shoulder various academic and administrative responsibilities. Formation of DUGC, Departmental Undergraduate Committee, Departmental Postgraduate Committee, DPGC have been done for accomplishing various academic responsibilities. The Institute has entailed new UG and PG ordinances in line with the best practices at premier institutions. These strive to fill the gap on pertinent issues such as attendance regulation, change of grades, etc. etc. RGIPT has also introduced a part-time PhD program to help the professionals from nearby areas to grow career prospects and pursue research interests. During 2018-19, the placement activities for UG/PG students for the year witnessed participation of more than 15 companies in the campus. Further, many companies recruited off-campus also. Nearly all students got successfully placed through campus and off-campus drive. A fraction of the students continued to show interest in higher studies. Several firms like from energy services, consulting and manufacturing sectors visited the campus. At the RGIPT, the students are focused on academics and are ever ready to leave an imprint on global scale. In 2019, our student Waqar Khalil was titled as an SN Bose Scholar, being the only petroleum engineering student from India to undertake a research project at Penn State University, USA. He was also awarded the DAD Vice Fellowship. Two of our students, Anand Kumar and Nirgya Bhogat, got selected for the 4th World Petroleum Council mentoring program and were among the 5 Indians to represent India at Future Leader Forum at St. Petersburg, Russia. Our students Saurabh Tiwari and Waqar Khalil bagged the 1st and 3rd prize in PG/UG categories respectively at SPE South Asia Regional Student Paper Contest held in SPE Oil and Gas India Conference. Like that. The fact that our curriculum goes much beyond the classroom teaching can be evidenced from the fact that we have started with 4 councils, namely Council of Social Service, Council of Science and Technology, Council of Sports Activities, Council of Cultural Activities at the Institute. The Council of Social Service strives to strengthen the Institute and regional relationship with RGIPT outreach activities. While our students strive to academic excellence, they are also sensitive towards society and do things that touch people and communities. They run a social initiative club called ARPAN. The greatest barrier to the development is illiteracy. Hence, ARPAN, the social club under the council, has initiated the Gyan Arpan Teaching Center to teach school children of the nearby villages. The teaching center also prepares students for admission to Navodaya Vidyalaya, the prestigious government school, etc. The council has recently launched a mega project, Gyan Arpan, as another institute outreach activity. The project will organize classes for students of 9th, 10th and 11th for government school in Amethi and Gauriganj. This will help to recognize and empower the budding national talent and nurture the lesser privileged children. Through such region-focused activity, RGIPT avers its commitment and contribution to the national development. The Science and Technology Council is another versatile student-led initiative of the Institute. The prime focus of the council is to inculcate in the students of RGIPT a culture of innovation and a desire to succeed. The Sports Council of the Institute is also very active in functioning an annual event of a sports club. Energia witnessed participation from all the nearby colleges and universities. The growth of any academic institution is reliant on the research and teaching efficiency of its faculty members. RGIPT is blessed with a talented pool of 31 faculty members. Furthermore, many experts from industry visit the institute to deliver guest lectures and for motivating the students. The institute also encourages exchange visits of faculty members to acclaimed institutes for professional growth. The research at RGIPT has been always a core activity since inception. The institute caters to actively involve BTech students also in various ongoing research activities along with the MTech and PhD students. As the research environment here is very dynamic at every level. Institute has started with the Design and Innovation Center, DIC, for fostering creativity and innovation in the students. DIC will sponsor and monitor the following types of technical projects: short-term projects, summer projects with duration around less than 3 months, extended project, BTech project, and the projects proposed as the participating entries in the international or national event competition of the repute. Through this center, sufficient emphasis on encouraging technical creativity among the students and faculty members has been articulated. So far, 14 projects have been allotted. under this scheme. RGIPT has recently signed MOU with IIT Kanpur, IIT Bombay, IIT Roorkee, IIT Guwahati, CSIR IICT, CSIR Silver for research and academic collaboration. The director, RGIPT and faculty members have visited and made presentation at various R&D Center of Oil and Gas PSUs to expedite the industry academic collaboration. The institute has also signed MOU with IOCL for training their officials for next 3 years. A formal application has been submitted to AICT to set up a new QIP center at RGIPT to serve the faculty of degree level engineering institutions. Further, all possible attempts have been made to list RGIPT in overall NIRF ranking. RGIPT has created a separate lab space for central research facility to accommodate more than 15 high-end instruments. Since last 1 year, numerous analytical instruments such as NMR, high pressure absorption system, high pressure reactor, bio-oxidation stabilizer, TBA, XPS, etc. have been procured and installed. The institute has also initiated the procurement of 16 more new equipment, including transmission microscope, AFM, SAXS, ICP, Raman spectrophotometer. In addition to the above mentioned sophisticated facilities, the institute has committed to spend another 15.5 crore for creating both research and academic laboratory facilities in the current financial year. The RGIPT Central Library is fully computerized with large and ever-growing collection of books. Currently, more than 8,000 books covering engineering, science, humanities, and social science are available in the library. Currently, we are in the process of to create a textbook bank for the students in the library. A total of 15 printed journals, 14 magazines, and access to over 30,000 full-text online journals are available in the library at present. Campus-wide internet connectivity provides the students access to online library resources. We would also like to acknowledge the support received from Ministry of Oil, Petroleum and Natural Gas, collaborating industries, institutions and alumni. Finally, I conclude by conveying my best wishes to each graduating student. Dear student, graduation is a milestone in the journey of your life. It key opens before you an enticing big world full of opportunities and endeavors. Nothing is beyond the capability of humankind as long as you employ the right effort in the right direction. Your formative years here have been yielded within you the mettle, the confidence and the finish which the nation today aspires in the youth like you. I invoke you upon you to involve, innovate, initiate for the betterment of the society and the development of the nation. You are the ambassadors of the institute, and the light of your success and achievement would continue to motivate and instill confidence within the four walls of this alma mater. May God bless you with you health, happiness and peace. I once again thank our chief guest, Professor Owen Srivastava, invited dignitaries, faculty and distinguished guests, and everybody who is here to be part of our celebration and success. Thank you all. This convocation of the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Petroleum Technology JAIS Committee has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who in the examination of 2019 for the purpose have been certified to be worthy of the same. Let the candidates be now presented.
Sir, I present unto you the candidates. They have been examined and found qualified for the respective degrees of Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Technology. I pray that they may be admitted to the respective degrees. Sir, I also pray that the candidates who have been examined and found qualified for respective degrees but could not present themselves in person at the convocation be admitted to their respective degrees in absentia.
Do you sincerely promise and declare that if admitted to the degrees for which you have been severally candidates and for which you have been recommended, you will in thought, word and deed conduct yourself as become member of the institute? Do you promise that to the utmost of your opportunity and ability, you will support and promote the cause of morality and sound learning? Do you promise that you will, as far as lies in you, uphold and advance social order and the well-being of your fellow men? By virtue of authority vested in me as chairman of the Senate of Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Petroleum Technology, Jaya Samiti, I admit you and in absentia to all those who are permitted to remain absent to the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Technology of this institute, and charge you that in your life and conduct you prove yourself worthy of the same. By virtue of the authority given to me as Senate Chairman, I hereby declare that you and all those who are permitted to remain absent are admitted to the respective degrees. Now, after the conferment of the degree, this could be the exhortation I could give you on this occasion in conformity with the words of our ancient acharyas. Speak the truth, practice virtue, do not neglect the study of Vedas, having brought to the teacher of the desired gift, enter the householder's life and see that the line of progeny is not cut off. Do not swerve from the truth, do not swerve from dharma, do not neglect welfare, do not neglect prosperity, do not neglect learning and teaching, do not neglect the duties due to the God and to the parents. Treat your mother as God, treat your father as God, treat your teacher as God, treat your guest as God, treat your country as God. Whatever deeds are faultless and irreproachable, these are to be performed, no others. Whatever good works have been performed by us, those should be performed by you, no others. Those learned and wise people who are superior to us, they should be revered by you by offering of a seed. Whatever is to be given should be given with faith, not without faith, according to one's plenty, and with modesty, with fear and with sympathy. Now, if there arises in your mind, and doubt concerning any act or any doubt concerning conduct, you should conduct yourself in such matters as learned and wise people of sound judgment, competent and devoted, not harsh and lovers of virtue, as they may conduct themselves in such a case. Now, with regard to things ill spoken, you should conduct yourself in such a way as learned and wise people of sound judgment, competent and devoted, not harsh and lovers of virtue, as they may conduct themselves in such a case. This is the commandment, this is the teaching, this is the true purport of the Veda, this is the instruction. This you should observe, this indeed should be observed. O Snatakas, bear this well in your heart and act in good behavior and conduct. Now you may occupy your seats.
I request to the Chief Guest and Chairman Senate to give away degree and medals. Sir, I present the candidate who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and is considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that he may be awarded the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Karunesh Kang.
Sir, I present the candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering and are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they may be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Chemical Engineering. Abhinash Sahu. Bharatam Venkata Satish. Bharat Bharatiya. Brajesh Saini. Divyang Sharma. Mayank Kumar Jha. Om Mishra. Rahul Atre. Ravi Kumar. Shubham Kumar. Shubham Nayak, Saurabh Basu, Gautam Singh Bairwa, Navroop Singh Guraya,
Sir, I present the candidates who have satisfied the degree through the requirements for the degree of Master of Business Administration and are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they may be awarded the degree of Master of Business Administration. Achin. Akash Gupta. Akshay Kriplani. Amartya Das. Aniket Vishwanath Purani. Ravinandan Kumar Roshan. Ankur Kulti. Avinash Kaushal. Avneet Velvalia. Dipanshi Pandey. Kuldeep Srivastava. Lakshmikant A. Kumar. Nayan Nayak. Parag Landu. Prashant Chaube. Rahul Kumar. Samir Dubey. Sanjeev Kumar. Sophie Mondal. Shayan Chandra. Shwati Pavan. Shiv Sindhu. Shubhankar Majumdar. Swarnima Pal. Swati Singh, Vikram Singh, Vineet Kumar, Yash Kumar, Yogesh Kumar,
Sir, I present the candidates who have satisfied the requirements for the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Petroleum Engineering and are considered worthy of receiving the same. I recommend that they may be awarded the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Petroleum Engineering. Amir Ahmed. Abhishek Kamal. Ashutosh Gupta. Ayush Kumar. Bandaru Venkata Karthik. Abhilash Reddy Christopati. M. Aditya. Mayank Bharadwaj. पलाश चंद्रभान अगलावे। पवन कुमार। सौरभ कुमार गौतम। शशिकांत जहांगीर। शुभम शर्मा। शुभाम कंबाड़िया। श्री संदीप मोर्था। विवेक कुमार त्रिपाठी। योगेश्वरन यस। उत्कर्ष सिंघल। रक्षित पारिक। ज्ञानेंद्र गुप्ता।
महोदय, अब मेरा अनुरोध है कि उम्मीदवारों को पदक से सम्मानित किया जाए। राहुल आत्रेय, बीटेक की वर्ष से हो रही
सम्मानित किया गया है।
प्रशांत चौबे, व्यवसाय प्रशासन अधिस्नातक की स्नातकोत्तर की वर्ष 2019 की परीक्षा में प्रथम स्थान प्राप्त करने के लिए संस्थान के स्वर्ण पदक से सम्मानित किया गया है। एम आदित्य, धन्यवाद।
नवरूप सिंह गोरैया, he is awarded President's Gold Medal for academic excellence among all disciplines of BTech program in 2019. To win this medal was a closely contested affair. Though 4 nominations were noteworthy, Navroop was deservingly declared the winner of the medal owing to his substantial contributions in the area of research and development at the institute along with an excellent academic performance. He performed competently throughout his BTech and was successful in achieving a super final CPI of 9.03. During his BTech at RGIPT, Navroop and co-workers performed a comprehensive analysis on the methods and stimulants available to enhance production from coal methane, and the study was published in Chemistry Select, a journal of widely inter-science publisher. He and his supervisor developed a novel hybrid membrane cryogenic separation technology for air separation that was patented recently, considering the commercial viability. Couple of his works on desulfurization of liquid fuels, especially HSD using nanocomposites and ionic liquid deep eutectic solvents, are soon to be submitted for publication. He also developed an Excel-based program for the determination of various thermodynamic solution properties such as liquid vapor composition, activity, saturation pressure, etc. for 30 commonly processed solvents, utilizing various DLE models like NRTL, Wilson, Uniquark, Unifact, etc. These may have valuable commercial implications. Overall, the degree of research efforts for an undergraduate student is really commendable, and we hope this will motivate the future generation to devote more time and efforts in research during their BTech programs. We applaud your perseverance and passion towards various academic activities. Sir, now I request that the candidate be awarded President's Gold Medal. Thank you, sir.
We are honored this morning by the presence of distinguished chief guest of the convocation, Padmasri Professor Omkarnath Srivastava. Professor Srivastava, a material physicist by profession, is currently pursuing his research and development activities at Banarasi University as an emeritus professor. Prior to joining BHU, he obtained PhD degree in physics from the same institution under the supervision of Professor A.R. Verma. Thereafter, he worked as a postdoctoral fellow at Cornell University for 3 years. Professor Srivastava is an ideal role model to all the young researchers of his country and to all of us. His celebrated research career over a span of 50 years has a number of envious accolades that every researcher in India aspires to receive. Professor Srivastava has distinguished himself through his work on local structural variation in high temperature oxide superconductors, growth, characterization, and application of hydrogen storage materials. He is currently one of the leading researchers in the country in the area of hydrogen energy, nanoscience and technology, and physics of materials. If one has to express his research accomplishments in terms of numbers, then he has more than 700 peer-reviewed publications. H-index value of 48, more than 10,000 citations on his research articles, and produced 72 PhDs. In the last couple of decades itself, he has handled several high-value projects from DST, MNRE, DRDO with accumulated value of nearly 20 crore rupees. Some of his articles are published in highly respected journals in material science, such as Nature Materials with an impact factor value of 38.9, Journal of Physical Chemistry, Journal of Physics, Crystal Engineering Communication, etc. Apart from the above, he has contributed to several book chapters and reviews. His work, especially on the hydrogen-fueled two-wheeler vehicular transport, was termed as the first of its kind in the world by Dr. Peter Hoffman, US energy analyst. Dr. Hinz also recommended this research is typically suited for Indian masses. Professor Srivastava has also contributed notably in the area of superconductivity and quasi-crystals. Both aluminium and titanium-based quasi-crystals are deeply studied, and structure property correlations are derived in his laboratory. And formation of carbon nanostructures made up of CNT was termed as path-breaking by renowned Dr. P.M. Ajayan of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. Recently, his group is active in the area of colossal magnetoresistant materials. The emphasis is on the occurrence of low-field magnetoresistance triggered through spin-polarized tunneling in polycrystalline materials. His group is also harnessing hydrogen deploying nanomaterials with particular reference to storage mitigating CO2 through absorption in carbon aerosols. The number of awards, honors, and accolades he has already received during his research career is quite intimidating. I have included only a selective few considering the paucity of time for his momentary contributions to the science and engineering in India. He has bestowed with Padmasri the 4th highest civilian award of the country in 2016. Prior to this, to acknowledge his scientific achievements in physical sciences, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research conferred him the highest scientific award of the nation, Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award, in 1988. He is also a recipient of DST Nano Vision Award in recognition towards his contribution in the area of nanoscience and technology, Homi J. Bhabha Award for Applied Science, Goyal Award in Physical Science, K. S. Rao Memorial Award in Renewable and Solar Energy, Bharat Excellence Award, Fellow of National Academy of Sciences and Fellow of National Science Academy, etc. He has recognized associated with several scientific bodies such as Chairman of Physics Panel of UGC, Member of Standing Committee on Superconductivity of UGC, Member of Indian Physics Association, Sectional Committee on Physics, INSA and Indian Crystallographic Association. With this, may I have the opportunity to invite Professor Owen Srivastava to the podium to deliver the convocation address.
Dear young students, their parents and their teachers and mentors, Professor S. K. Sinha and other distinguished persons on the dais, I feel very privileged to be here to deliver this fourth convocation address at this important institute, that is Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Petroleum Technology. I am quite aware that this institute, which is keeping in its 11th year of existence, has been recognized and attention has been drawn not only by the scientists and engineers of this part of the country, but by the whole of the country. Now, today is a very important day, the life of the young students of this institute. In fact, this is like a red letter day for them, because today they will be getting, each one of them has already got the degree and medals, and this will glorify their future career. So I would like to congratulate each one of you who have got this award and who have got this degree, and also your parents and mentors, because they are the ones who have brought you to this stage. Now, it's also a unique decision in the sense that today, henceforth, you will recognize, you will honor your past, enjoy your present, and also plan for your future action, because it will be the future action that you do which will make the prestige of this glorious institute higher and higher. Now, in this effort, when you try to plan your future, you find a different kind of world at the present time. Whatever research you do, whatever teaching you do, whatever action you do, you don't compete only nationally, but you compete internationally. The world is a globalized version nowadays. And in this new version of the world, you find multicultural and multi-ethnical community which have a different kind of progress that they have made so far. So you have to deal this kind of people, which is different than what it used to be or what the predecessors who have done, in the sense that the thing was not global, most of the time it was national. Now, I'm sure that when you venture to plan your future, you have sort of challenges, you have sort of many hurdles that you have to face, and I am sure that your institute, this famous institute, has given you the right kind of education to face these challenges and difficulties and hurdles that you will face. Now, the skill and the knowledge that this institute has provided you will not only help you in the near future, but will also be like a beacon of light throughout your life. And they will continue to guide you in your efforts which you will make henceforth, and also they will continue to sort of be a solace for any difficulty that you are likely to face. Now, just like this is an education institute, just like other version which I said, the world is globalized now. If you make a cell phone in India, then you have to immediately compete with China, USA, and so many other countries, because unless you compete with them, it will not be sold. Now, just like this, higher education has also achieved a new dimension. What is that new dimension? The higher education earlier, like the one which many of us have received, was a sort of teacher-oriented, in the sense that a teacher will go and read a book and make some notes, and he will come and transfer that knowledge which he has obtained from reading the book and his notes, and then you will get this, will obtain this transferred knowledge, and you are satisfied that you get a degree. Now this kind of situation is no longer valid in changing scenario of higher education. Only a simulation of transfer of knowledge is not going to be helpful. You have to generate some new knowledge. Unless you generate some new knowledge, the routine type of assimilation of transfer knowledge that is important by your teachers will not be of great value. As you know, the government of India has recently started implementing Kasturi Rangan report on new education policy, where it has been said that research, that is the new knowledge, because new knowledge can only be created through research and not by routine reading or teaching of the usual books. So research is something which creates new knowledge, and this has become a very important ingredient of the present day higher education. So Kasturi Rangan Committee say that henceforth the universities and institutes, perhaps not all of them, but many of them, will be called research universities or research institutes, particularly those who are under the banner of institutes of national importance. And your institute is already under the Institute of National Importance. So they will implement this new policy of education. So maybe that after some time, your institute will be called Rajiv Gandhi Research Institute of Petroleum Technology. Now, an important ingredient of research, because three books are there, there is syllabus from which you read and try to complete your course. The teacher also tries to complete the course and you try to assimilate it together as much as you can. But as far as research is concerned, one has to choose, one has to find out a subject of research, or let us say an area or domain of research which is going to bring glory to society and nation, and also create more employability for the BTech degree holders, for example, who have come today. So this kind of choice of research is something which universities, mostly and many institutes, will try to do in the first instance. If you are MTech student or PhD, then you will say what kind of, what topic should I do? Earlier it was said that domain of research is confined to PhD only. No longer it is true. Domain of research prevails all the way, from BTech to PhD. Now, the choice of research, you are very lucky in the sense that the objective and the mandate of your institute itself provides you the subject or research area. That is Institute of Petroleum. So petroleum is something which is very important for us. It is also important for other countries, but more so for us. You see, India imports about 197 million tons of petroleum every year from other countries, and that costs us about 8 lakh crores. 8 lakh crores is a very big amount. And we are not fortunate enough to have significant amount of oil reserves. We have only 0.1% of the oil reserve of the world. Of course, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and have 60%. USA has 25%, China has 15%. We have the lowest. So we spend a lot of money on procuring this oil from other countries. In other words, importing this petroleum oil. Now, this creates two types of difficulties. One of them is that if we spend too much money purchasing, and that money has been in dollars. They don't give you rupees. So what you purchase, petroleum that you purchase from outside, will have to be in dollars, foreign exchange. So it's 8 lakh crores is the cost that we pay, which is like 1/3 of the total money that the country has. This situation is unique to India and not to other countries because of the fact that like China, India is a populous country, but China has 15% oil reserves in the world, but we have only 0.1%. Our economy therefore is very severely tied to this purchase of petroleum. An increase of $1 per barrel increases the bill by 30,000 crores. So that is very big amount. Right now, for instance, our economy is a little bit slow, and one of the reasons is that we are not allowed to purchase some, let us say, petroleum from Iran because of the ban, and from other countries, transportation cost itself is high, so the petroleum cost has become very high, and we have to pay a very huge amount of money in foreign exchange to obtain it. So how research can help in this effort? Now I must point out that being a petroleum institute of petroleum technology, you have to have two different types of research scenarios which can help the country in this direction. One of them is finding new versions of oil. Suppose I have a new version of oil which is not the conventional oil that we have, or the conventional petroleum that we are having, then we will lower down this difficulty that the country faces. The other is renewable green fuel. Suppose we find a new fuel which replaces petroleum or oil and is produced in the country itself, then again you lower down the difficulty with the country faces. So finding new versions of oil on one hand and new green fuel on the other are the two very major important areas which the Institute of Petroleum can help in achieving this goal of lowering down the permanent financial burden and the trouble to the economy that the country faces. Now, it may be very illustrative to cite you the example of America in this direction. You see, Middle East has the highest amount of oil, countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, etc. But 8 years back, like India, USA also had to sort of import about almost whole of its oil, just like we are doing. Because they were also not having enough oil reserves. However, researchers in petroleum technology and other related technologies like chemical engineering got themselves involved in a new type of venture, that is, new type of research. That was finding out new version of the oil. So that the burden that we get in preparing oil from outside country can be eased out. So, different institutes of USA and about 100 researchers got involved in this area of research. Most of them were from the area of petroleum and oil technology. And eventually they found that the new version is the shale oil. You might have already heard of the shale oil. In other words, in addition to the conventional oil that is below the earth, you also have another oil, shale oil or shale petroleum, hidden in the rocks. So the question is already known that this kind of oil is there, but how to take it out? So they did research and found out that it is possible to take out this oil hidden in the rocks, in the shale rocks, and refine it. Basic technology is known, but these are highly patented subjects that therefore they don't reveal this technology. Only America at the moment knows about this technology of taking oil, new oil from the shale rocks. Of course, outline of the basic thing is known, that you do pyrolysis, you do hydrogenation, thermal dissolution, and so on. The details are not known. So this kind of research helped the USA in a major way. Today, they have to import from outside only 70% of their oil. 8 years back, they were doing 95%, only 70% of their, and their Therefore, in other words, the amount of oil that they will be getting, they will get from outside has lowered down. It is only about 30 million tons at the present time. One person. So what it means is, this example means is that research in petroleum technology and finding new type of oil has proved to be a game changer for America. Very soon, maybe a few years henceforth, America will not only be producing this new petroleum hidden in the rocks for its own use, but will also be supplying it to other countries. In 2018, they already supplied about 6 million tons of this new shale oil to India, which arrived at the ports of Odisha. So they have already started selling this oil to other countries. And it has been a game changer. So why is it India, which is continues to be the same kind of financial trouble due to procurement of oil from outside, institutes like Rajiv Gandhi, Institute of Technology, on its own, or maybe in collaboration with other such similar institutes, be a game changer for India. Why? We have already known that we have a potential of something like 300 trillion tons of shale oil throughout the country. This data is obtained from the satellite imagery. So why not do research, find out how this shale rocks can be treated to the new outcomes and help the country. Suppose you do this, then you will also be a game changer for the India. Now, very soon it is predicted, and the data available on the internet, that instead of Saudi Arabia, Iraq and Iran, USA will become the major supplier of oil throughout the world, including India. So this is one thing. I told you the new knowledge could be of two types. One of them is finding new versions of the oil, and second is finding new green fuel, replacing oil. Both aim at the same thing, to slow down the burden of procuring huge amount of oil from outside, which disturbs the economy of the country. And this is finding new green renewable oil. For example, hydrogen. Professor S. is already a person who knows great details about it. Hydrogen is known to be a fuel of great importance. 1 gram of hydrogen energy-wise is something like 3 kilocalories, whereas the petroleum is only 9 kilocalories. So it is about 3 times more powerful hydrogen as a fuel than the conventional oil that we use. As you know, the second stage of rocket is fueled by hydrogen, not by conventional oil. The first stage mostly kerosene, but the second stage, and you cannot have a long-range mission rockets using spaceships and rockets unless you use this hydrogen. Now, here again, intensive research is required. One of the researches which Professor Sinha does is how to produce hydrogen. Because hydrogen is not made by nature, so that it can grab this. Petroleum is made by the nature. People human beings do not use petroleum. Millions of years back, when because of the collision of some outside planets with the Earth, all the trees and other algae vectors went inside, and some people say dinosaurs also, and other viruses from the pressure and temperature of the earth they got converted to oil. So nature has produced this. But in hydrogen, it is not available like this. You have to find out technology to produce this hydrogen. At Banaras University is the center of hydrogen energy, of which Professor Sinha is also a member. And I am very happy to know that in the research area of the institute, only hydrogen production, biohydrogen production is there. So if you proceed further intensively in this area, you have served the purpose of Institute of Petroleum or the Institute of Technology in the most beneficial way that you can. Now, we point out that life is not so easy. When you try to create knowledge, unlike the routine knowledge, transfer version of knowledge that you get from the teacher. When you proceed on this path of finding success, you will find hurdles, you will find challenges. This will imply that you have to continuously update your knowledge. Today you have read something about something, there's a statistics for the central area of central technology, but tomorrow you will find altogether a new paper. So you have to update your knowledge all the time. And which means that knowledge has to be continuously learned. You have to do this learning process almost continuous. You don't have to start after getting this degree of Big Tech or Tech or whatever. So, how to learn, how to do learning. You have to learn about this new knowledge and you have to update your knowledge continuously. So how to do this learning? It's another complex problem which India faces, that because of our ancient heritage, we have been Sakrata and so on, we have been focused on getting this knowledge singularly. There was individualistic approach. But it turns out that this has not been successful even in the good old days. And I would like to give you a message in this concluding portion of my address. And I would like to read a sloka. Focus on this, that how to develop the art of learning. It says, Apante Paragante, Yada is Swachya, Padam, Sapyatam Taitsum, Padam, Padam. In the English translation, it means a student learns 1/4 from his teacher. Suppose I divide the whole thing, new knowledge into 4 portions. So a student learns 1/4 from his mentor or teacher. The second quarter, he learns from his own intelligence. The third quarter, he learns by interaction with his colleagues, friends in the same area. And finally, final 1/4 comes from the experience that you gather with time. So therefore, there are 4 different routes which you have to follow. You don't have to assume yourself the biggest learner of time. You have to, of course, you have to apply your knowledge, but you have also to interact with your colleagues, which is lacking in the Indian situation, which is written in Chinese version of education, that they cooperate and collaborate very intensively. Here, industry efforts seem to be really, which has to be given up. Now, before I finish this brief address, I would also like to point out that when you venture to enter into this new world and to try to do new things like obtain new knowledge, then you have several kinds of challenges and there are several successes and several failures that you encounter. There is a built-in component in teaching that is given in the US that if you get a failure, you don't give up, which has to be somehow learned by us. In this connection, let me quote something from Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, I know, the famous technocrat in the US, who was part and parcel of a famous company, Apple. But later on, he was fired by the company. But after getting fired, he did miraculous work in the integrated technology, and much of the mobile and laptop sector that we use today is coming from that research which he did after being fired from the Apple company. So I would like to quote a brief version of what Steve Jobs said, and I am quoting. I am sure none of this would have happened if I had not been fired from the Apple company. It was awful testing medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Do not lose faith. I am convinced the only thing which kept me going after being fired from the company was that I loved what I did. You have got to find what you love most. Your work is like you as yours too. Your work is going to fill a large portion of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to what you believe is the subject or sub-subject where you love right. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And if you have not found it yet, keep looking. Do not settle. As with all matters of the heart, you will know where you find. And like other great relationships, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So do not settle down, do not lose faith. Unquote. So this quotation means that in a venture like this, which you will make in doing facing the new world, new job or new knowledge that you get, failures are bound to come. But those failures will pave the path of success for you as they have done for Steve Jobs. So this brief quotation from Steve Jobs I have done only to bring your knowledge that henceforth when you go and face the world and plan your future, it's not only the success which will come, but a greater amount of failures may also come. But you have to settle down, keep on track. So in this brief address that I thought I should give to you, let me once again congratulate each one of you, degree holders and prize winners, for the success that you have obtained in your education at this great institute, Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Petroleum Technology, and of course, congratulations also to the teachers and the mentors and their parents. Thank you. Jai.
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे